Good afternoon, y'all. Um, Making a video today because today we had cause to be visited by the Department of Human Resources, DHR here in Alabama, which is Child Protective Services. The reason for this visit was our son James had been, we moved from one part of the county to another, and he was in a different district, and he was temporarily out of school. Our goal had been to find a homeschool program, but we realized it was going to take too long, and today we had enrolled him. Our other son, Jason, many of you know Jason that have known me for a long time. He's autistic. He has some physical limitations. Recently, though, his left leg stopped working. He stopped being able to bear any weight on it, and it affected his mobility greatly. Unfortunately, his school didn't have the means to deal with that problem. Because of that, we made arrangements with the school that he would be out of school temporarily. Now, we did see a doctor at the University of Alabama Children's Hospital in their sports medicine center. Jason was diagnosed with early onset juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, which we're treating with medications they gave us, and he is recovering well and will actually be back in school this week. But it has been a 6 to 8 week ordeal with him. And it wasn't easy for him. He's an active little autistic boy. It was trying for him. We got James back enrolled in school today. James has always been a straight A student. I have no doubt he'll do fine at his new school. What's going to follow from this is the initial video when they came to our door. And I'll explain more of what happens after that.
How you doing, sir?
Hi, can I help you?
Yes, sir. My name is Ed Hall. I'm with the Sheriff's Department.
Nice to meet you, sir. How you doing?
Hey, we're looking for Candace. Is it Candace?
Candace Bright.
Candace Bright. Do you know her?
It's my wife. May I ask why?
Okay. We just needed to speak to her. We need to speak to her about the children. We've got a complaint, and I need to speak to her about the children.
Or him.
Or I can speak to you if you want to. You let us either step out or step in.
You can come on the porch.
Yeah, sure.
I apologize for my legal protection. I want to record this. Is that okay?
That's fine with me. I don't have anything to hide. Again, my name is Ed Hall. I work for the Blount County Sheriff's Department. These ladies here were with the Department of Human Resources, DHR.
Okay.
We wanted to speak to you about the children.
Certainly. How can I help you?
Okay. First of all,
Are you forgiving me? Are you mom?
Yes.
Okay.
She got to run down and grab. She got to run and grab her daughter from the bus stop.
She's coming in.
Okay, you're fine.
So.
well, let me ask you this, sir. How many children do you have?
We have 3 children. I have 5. We have 3 that live with us.
Okay, you have 5 children. Right?
Yes.
And you have 3 that live with you.
Yes. 2 of my children are adults.
Let me
And
ask you something. Do
certainly.
you have a gun on you?
Not on me, sir. Not on me.
Then that's fine, because I've been told you've been known to carry a gun. That's your legal right. If you wish to have it, you are in your own home. But I just want to just flat out ask you, okay? Because
I understand.
for you not to put your hands in your pockets, and we'll be fine. Okay?
Certainly, sir. I agree. I completely understand that, sir.
Okay. So with that being said, you have 3 children, correct? They live here.
Yes, sir.
And what are their names?
Vivian, Jason, and James.
Vivian, Jason, and James. Okay. Are they school age?
Yes, they are.
Do they go to school?
We just got James. We finally just got James back enrolled today.
Okay.
We were working on getting him into a homeschool program,
Okay.
but that's going to take longer in the process than we thought it was going to take.
So I would assume you just moved back here?
Yes.
Okay. When did y'all move back?
About 4 months ago.
About 4 months ago?
Yeah.
Okay. And y'all for what, Pennsylvania, is my understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So move back, trying to get them in homeschool is taking more than what it takes, right?
Yeah, we did have him in regular school for a while. He was out of district though, and between me going to work and my wife going to work, he was getting there late a lot. And I understood the principal when he said, look, it'd be better if he moved into his district.
Okay.
I'm not an irresponsible parent. I do a lot of research when it comes to schools and stuff. I don't want my son going to a bad school.
Sure.
Unfortunately, Susan Moore Middle School and High School have a really bad reputation for a drug problem and a bullying problem.
Okay.
As a parent, I don't want that for my son.
So when are you planning on putting them back into school?
We just re-enrolled him at Susan Moore today.
Okay.
It's going to be a while before we can get him into homeschooling. Our goal is to get him into homeschooling because we want him to have a Christian education, free of the Common Core system and bullying and drugs, which I'm sure as a law enforcement officer you can understand.
Oh, I understand. I appreciate that at all. I don't have a problem with that at all. But like I say, these ladies asked for me to come out. They need to, because let me ask you this, and I'm sure you're aware of this, but I'm gonna remind you of this. Okay.
Sure.
In our state, we have what they call mandatory reporting. Okay.
Absolutely.
You know what mandatory reporting is.
Yes, sir. I'm a former deputy. I understand.
Since we have mandatory reporting on your children, these ladies here are going to have to speak to your children. You have a problem with that?
No, let me be blunt, ladies.
Okay.
You guys have a hard job. Unfortunately, your agency has a horrible reputation. There's been lots of corruption exposed in your particular agency. I don't think you're all like that. I believe some of you are there just doing a good job, and that unfortunately your agency is a necessary evil in some cases. I'm happy to bring my children out here. You may speak to my children. You may take pictures of them if you want to. I'll sign any releases for you to talk to their schools or their physicians, ma'am. Beyond that, though, without a court order or a warrant, you're not walking into my home. Is that okay?
Sure.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that. Would you like to speak to my kids?
Sure.
Do you mind if I grab them?
Yeah, you can go.
We'll just do one at a time. It doesn't matter.
I appreciate that.
First.
Hey, Jimbo, come talk to these nice folks.
Okay, then.
Oh. I apologize, sir. What was your name?
It's Ed Hall.
Ed Hall. James is Deputy Hall. And these ladies are from DHR.
What?
And these ladies are from DHR. They just want to ask you some questions. Now, we did just literally like 2 hours ago enroll James over at Susan Moore.
That's fine. Again, I'm just here for the safety of well-being of everybody involved. Okay.
I understand completely.
Okay, that's all. That's my only job. Do you have a problem if they step out and talk to him in private?
Not at all. James,
Well, go ahead.
go talk to the nice ladies. Just step over by your car, please, because the bees are kind of bad around our window. So at this point, they had us speak to our children. I allowed them to take my son James and speak to him. A few people might say that maybe I shouldn't have let them speak to him privately. If I made them keep him with me, they might have felt he was intimidated and the answers he gave them were coerced. And I wanted them to feel that they were getting absolute transparency and honesty from us. They talked to James briefly, got the answers they wanted. When they came back inside, they asked about my other two children. We discussed briefly that they were autistic and that they were mostly nonverbal. They did talk to the kids briefly, didn't really get any answers out of them. Then we talked to in our presence. They didn't feel it was necessary to walk away with them. I let them check them for, bumps, bruises, were we beating them, anything like that. Now, while they were outside talking to James, I did let Deputy Hall make a cursory check of the house. He verified the kids had a place to sleep, that there was food in the house, that we had running water, and our refrigerator worked. From there, he said there was no problems, and thanked me for my time. We returned to the porch and we waited for the young ladies. At the end of the conversation, I asked them, was there any other questions we could answer for them? Had we answered all their questions reasonably? They said yes. I told them I understood they would be talking to my children's schools and their doctors. No problem with that whatsoever. Nothing to hide, and I'm a decent parent. Young ladies from DHR again. I apologize, ma'am. Can you state your name?
It's Shelly Mackery, Haley Jenkins.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Have we today answered your questions to the best of our ability?
You have.
Is there any other information we can provide you?
Not at this time.
I understand you're going to talk to my children's school and their doctor. I am totally okay with that. And hopefully that closes the issue.
Okay.
I appreciate you ladies' time. You have a blessed day.
You too.
Take care.
Thank you.
What I want to stress to you guys is, number one, when these people visit you, their goal is to open a case. So if they come into your home, they're going to find a reason to open a case. So the best thing you can do is not let them in your home. You don't have to let them in your home. There's this little thing called the Fifth Amendment and the Fourth Amendment that protect you from having to incriminate yourself in any way. The Fourth Amendment being the most important of those two. Exercise those rights. Do not let them step on your constitutional rights.
Period. Don't let them tell you they can. Don't let them threaten you, intimidate you, or anything else. These young ladies did not do anything like that. This deputy did nothing like that. They were very professional and polite. And I appreciate and respect their professionalism. I just want to stress to you that there are times when these people aren't professional, and it's good to always document. We live in the age of the video camera. You got one in your pocket every single day. Pull that puppy out and make a video. Protect yourself. Cover your ass is a good term to live by. Beyond that, I just want to thank you all for your time. Comment, like, share, whatever. All I'm asking is be decent to each other. We're all in this together. God bless.